Hello, this is eSoup, aka Specific Soup. I am reacting to Meet You at the Blossom episode 6. I'm so excited and anxious to get into this. I follow the production company, the Thai company that produces the show on YouTube. I think it's called Artop Media, and they post before an episode is coming out. They'll post a little teaser or something about it. So there were two things I saw yesterday after seeing the last episode. One was a teaser from their channel that shows some things happening, but they hadn't put English subs on it. So it looked like a lot of things were going down. It did look like there's a possibility that Huai'en lashes out against Xiaobao with sexual violence. But having only seen part of that scene from the teaser and also not knowing what they're saying, and knowing how the show has been, I don't know how that scene is actually gonna go, actually. So I am a little bit nervous. But then they also posted this thing that was kind of do you think you're going to get a kiss this episode? So I was like, okay, a little bit of mixed messages here maybe. But that makes me think that maybe we will. So I'm a little nervous and scared, etc. And on the note of the show possibly having sexual violence, I do know that the book that this show is based on, and at this point I want to say loosely based on perhaps, the book is a lot more when the characters start out, it's they're horrible to each other, they hate each other apparently, and they both SA each other multiple times. And I don't know how long it takes before they actually get into the territory of maybe I actually like this person and I don't want to hurt them. But at the start, that happens multiple times and everything is very extreme and the show has softened the characters a lot. But this is a situation where Huai'en is kind of at his worst and his most triggered. And just between that and the teaser I saw, I'm uh-oh, what is about to happen? And in the teaser, there were other things that were, I was really, what is about to happen? But I'm just gonna watch the episode, you know? I'm just gonna see. Oh god, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, he's so drunk. Oh no. Oh god, they're all trash. Hey, I think you guys are a little confused. That's okay. But you might die. Oh. Wow, that was a fake hand, but okay. We're just hand chopping. Okay. Okay, please. Okay. Okay. Okay, they're all running. I was like, please don't just kill all these people. Please. Ooh. Oh. 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 Okay. That's what we're doing? Okay. Can we hold on a minute? Can we wait? Okay. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of tearing. Okay. Okay, that was not... Okay. Well, I guess I got one question answered. They did kiss in this episode. It was... I know that they filmed more than one kiss in this series, and I know we're gonna get a better one later, because that was just like a... I don't even know. But it seems like the thing they're doing with this show to differentiate it from the book. In the book, from everything I've read, I can be almost certain that in the book that would have been 100% an extremely forceful, completely not consensual scene. And I feel like the tone the show is taking is like, it's not consensual at first, and then it turns into like, I hate you and I'm mad, but I still want to F you, and then Xiao Bao maybe comes to a point where he's okay with it. In real life, that's still 100% SA, and he was super drunk and trash out of his absolute mind. But I'm just thinking of it in contrast to how the book has been described. It still feels like they kind of softened it a little bit from how it originally was. But, it's still hard to feel that that was fully just a, like, I'm so mad, I hate you, but we're gonna bang right now scene versus, like, an SA scene. Like, I don't love that. I don't know. That's our character, Huai'en, in all of his complicated self. And not to ignore the fact that he just cut off some guy's hand, and he killed the guards, and all of that really was absolutely not necessary. But okay, whatever. We love him anyway, but I'm scared about what's gonna happen. Oh. Okay, so now you're having a positive thought about him. It's like the dream that he keeps having. And now we're smiling. Like, what happens when y'all start going at it? You just are suddenly like, oh, I love you, I forget that I'm mad? Like, what? Was that them making up? Like, oh, okay. These people confuse me a lot. Oh. So do you... forgive him?
报仇，不如好好想想怎么封住他们的口吧。
I can't tell if Huai'en was like, he just feels better after they did it, or if he actually forgave him somehow. The vibe is confusing. Because we're immediately being so tender now. What is going on in your head? What? I was gonna be like, Huai'en, what is wrong with you? But like, we know.
秦晓，是你先招惹我，你既然招惹了我，便没有反悔的余地。你管不住自己，没关系，我来管。
哦。
名左拥右抱有恃无恐，无非就是仗着亲家附属。那我便让你一无所有，没有资本再去招惹任何人。
Oh no 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 no. Okay.
从今以后，不管是上天还是入地，你都只能依靠我一人。
Okay, I'm really afraid he's gonna actually try to hurt his family members, and then leave it so he has no one else except for Huai'en. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Oh, jeez. Oh.
行了，少爷。少爷，你别哭啊。少爷，你想哭？
Oh. I love how Jin Bao is the sensitive one. I love him. Okay. I need a moment. I'm just scared. Aww. That's not what he's worried about.
老爷夫人那边我们也瞒着了，是吧？好了，没事了，少爷啊。至于那个怀恩，我自然也不会放过他。
Oh. No. Yeah, no, it's... Well... Oh.
我是中了什么邪？我怎么就喜欢上了他呀？少爷，你可能真中邪啊
！Yeah.
我听闻苗疆有个什么婆耶。
No, not obsessed in like a mystical sense. He wasn't given like a love potion, but yes, he is a little obsessed.
具有千奇百怪的蛊毒，专门迷惑男人的。
Sir.
那都是女子下的。对啊。 谁说的？那男人反正少爷，我觉得你绝对是着了他的道，肯定是被下蛊才会中邪的，要不然你怎么会对那样一个男人情根深重呢？就是，少爷。
Because he's a bisexual menace.
一定找到这个高人，等蛊毒一解，咱们再慢慢试试他。那个。
No.
那你去把那个什么瑞教给我找来，多少银钱任他开口。
Oh, he really just.
让怀恩死心塌地的爱。
Ah.
你是不是？
Oh no. Well, he is in love with you in his own messed up way, and you're in love with him in your own messed up way, which is a different kind of messed up. It's like they're both in love with each other. They just need to learn to be less messed up about it.
他昨天差点杀了你啊！
Well.
昨天也不能全怪他，但是他也不能对我这么狠啊！我怎么就喜欢上了这么一个杀神啊！好了，少爷。
I know they're kind of acting really goofy about it, but I love his relationship with his two assistants. Like I know they're like his servants, but like when they actually interact with each other on a friend level and not just like a we're serving you level, it's like, oh, that's kind of wholesome. See, now the problem is Huai'en wants to take away... See, I see exactly what they're setting up here. And earlier on, Xiaobao said to Huai'en, like, I will teach you how to love. Well, Huai'en, the way that his father has loved him has been about controlling him. Now that Huai'en sees a situation where someone doesn't do what he wanted them to do, he thinks that, like, love is about control, so he's like, I have to control you. And the way he wants to control him is similar to, like, the cruelty of his father. It's like, I have to take away the other options you have for who to love, so it's only me. And the problem that I'm worried about is, like, who is he gonna kill, or who is he gonna try to kill? Now, he's not jealous of Xiaobao's family members, but that doesn't mean that in some rage he might not try to kill them too, but he might try to kill women that he looks at, or like a friend that, you know, one of the guys he was trying to get information from, you know, who knows. But the point is, like, right now it's like, oh, he's acting exactly the way his father acts. And Xiaobao wanted to teach Huai'en, like, the more compassionate side of just, like, caring about people and, you know, not controlling them as part of that. And then Xiaobao has plenty of things to learn from Huai'en. It's not just a one-sided thing. He does need to learn more, like, responsibility and sticking to his word. And the fact that the thing he did, it was like he didn't go intending to hang out with beautiful women, but he should have been better about, like, standing his ground. Like, I'm here on business. I need to talk to this guy. Then I need to leave. The things that he has to learn are, like, taking more responsibility for his own actions. But, you know, at this juncture, to me personally, his faults do seem a little less extreme than Huai'en's, but he's been loved and cared for, albeit spoiled, while Huai'en was controlled and abused. So we understand why, in some ways, Huai'en is a little more messed up. But I don't think this is the kind of story where Xiaobao's parents are going to die, but I'm afraid. I'm just afraid of, like, Huai'en coming in and it looking like he's trying to kill the family and what's gonna happen, and there's just a whole mess right now. One thing I'm hoping for in this show is, like, the second sex scene in the show was, like, basically fine. But I'm like, can we get a sex scene where, like, no one starts out being at least kind of coercive? If Huai'en learns to be loving without control being a factor, then we could maybe go in that direction. And I'm not talking about the kinky thing, because I think maybe Xiaobao is into a little bit of, like, bondage, or, like, having his hands being controlled. I don't mean that. I just mean about, like, towards the end of the show, when they both have presumably learned things and become better people, can we get, like, a sex scene where it's just, like, starting out 100% obviously consensual? Because I would like that. We're aware this is fiction, and there are things that you watch in the show, and you might be into seeing it in the show, and you still know that that's not okay in real life. So I don't mean that, like, there's something inherently wrong with the way the show has done things, especially knowing how much more extreme it is in the book. But as far as, like, character development-wise and, like, relationship development-wise, I want there to be, like, a tender sex scene. Just give us one. Anyway, I'm getting so ahead of myself. I know I'm gonna be waiting. We're at the halfway point. I'm gonna be waiting. But, you know.
怎么说？李怀恩是二皇子跟薛贵妃的儿子。什么？
Oh.
那眼下我们
And now we know. Well, and now Dad knows. Oh, God. So provided that is true about Princess Shui being his mother, that means, yes, he is related to Xiaoyi. I keep forgetting the little girl's name, but he's related to that girl in some way. Unless there's another twist and his mother isn't Princess Shui. But assuming that's true, he's related to her. And nobody knows her identity outside of Jin Xiaobao and his parents. But there are people who suspect it. We know that from last episode. But no one is supposed to know her identity. Oh. They're gonna try and be strategic about it, I guess. Oh, yikes.
老爷，真的要杀他？世子的意思怎可违背？
Oh, okay, so the letter was like, the letter from His Highness said use him to draw the second prince out, his father, but Xiaobao's dad just wants to kill Huai'en, which from his perspective at this moment, like, I understand, but it's not gonna go well.
此是朝廷的人，这郑怀恩又是他薛威的外孙。当年薛家灭门，虽不是你我本意，但咱脱不了干系啊。
Now, what do you mean you didn't mean to kill them, but you're responsible?
可是杀了他，怎么向世子交代呀？
交代，走一步看一步嘛。
That's not a good
还有
plan.
3日就打通了，到时候咱们一家4口远走高飞。
现下小宝对那个怀恩公子正上心呢。
你不要跟我提小宝。
The mom is like, I support my gay son, and the dad is still like, no, sorry, I'm homophobic.
小宝这个狗东西，那个郑怀恩也不知道给他灌了什么迷魂汤。我
行了行了，等日后小宝知道了真相，定会远离他的啊。
但愿如此吧。
Not really.
金 新帮主已经知道了你的身份，正在召集人马，命所有死士今晚全部出动。是。等等，不得伤及今晚结果人的性命。
Oh, God bless. Okay, so we know Huai'en wants to take away anyone else that Xiaobao could love, like, carnally. Pretty girls he might look at. But okay, apparently he doesn't want to take away his family. That's good. That's a start. Of course, that's not what it's going to look like. Oh. He's not wearing it, but he's looking at it. Oh. Xiaobao.
我是来找你解释的。我知道，我从前名声不太好，但是现在我满心满眼只有你一人，是为了替我爹寻药方，所以才不得不与他们周旋。但是我什么都没有干。
那我若是再婉拒片刻呢？
哎呀，我知道错了，别生气了好不好？我保证，我以后再也不喝酒了。如果你还不消气的话，那你打我好了。
你以为我不敢吗？
你打吧，只要你能消气，你打死我也毫无怨言。
There's so much going on, but I love it. He's like, as long as you are not mad, you can hit me to death. Kinky Xiaobao strikes again.
你倒是会卖乖。金小宝，你给我听着。从前之事我可以既往不咎，既然已经和我私定了终身，那从今以后，你若再踏入那烟花之地，我就打断你的腿。明白了吗？
我以后再也不敢。
Yikes. Oh God.
没事，打更的。
Yeah, but... Oh.
我抱得好紧，都喘不过气来了。
小宝，今天你做错了事，我可以原谅你。那如果我做错了事，你也得原谅我。
那当然了，你做什么了我都能原谅你。媳妇儿不就是用来疼的吗？真的。
I need to know. I don't. I know like a pinch of Mandarin, like a tiny little piece, and I'm like, is he actually saying the word wife? Like, is he saying wife? Is he saying like a word for spouse that may or may not connote a gender? I mean, it makes sense that he would say wife. What other word does he know in this time for the spouse of a man? And also, he thought Huai'en was a woman at first, so sometimes I think he's still using feminine terms, but I am curious like what word that is.
媳妇儿不就是用来疼的吗？
I'm gonna have to listen to that later.
发誓，无论我做错了什么，你都会无条件的原谅我。
好，我金小宝对天发誓，无论你以后做错了什么，我都无条件原谅你，否则
I don't know if that's the best
你不会影响
idea.
去妓院吧？那这可不行，除了这个，什么都可以。
Oh, yikes. This is gonna get so bad.
怎么了？
小宝，我是不是还没有告诉过你我姓什么？
不是姓郑吗？
不，我叫宗盛怀。
Oh, okay. Okay. Jeez. It is always funny when someone has, like, a fake name, and it's like, Zong Jung. It probably was written differently than the Jung in Zong Jung if you were to see it written, but it's like, you couldn't have picked a more different fake name. But obviously, I mean, Xiaobao didn't clue into that, so what? I guess it worked. Oh god. So he... Oh... He said to his people, don't hurt the Jin family. But as far as, you know, guards, servants, and the people who are attacking him, you know, he didn't say that he's not gonna hurt them. But this is the big thing that he's told Xiaobao you have to forgive me for. I was expecting Huai'en to have a moment of like, I want to kill the Jin family. To at least try, or momentarily try, to get revenge against what he thinks Xiaobao did. So I am pleasantly surprised by there being like more tenderness in this episode than I thought there would be. I thought it would just be like, we're violently angry and we won't listen to anything and we're gonna do the most horrible things. Like, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, jeez. Okay, you knocked her out. See, I am worried if that one guard of Huai'en's is gonna go against him again and actually try to hurt the family. Because he did before that one time. This could be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, people care about people, you know, who died when you kill them. Oh, jeez.
葬老庄，为师的账册还在，会的，还有机会的。老爷，不好了，老爷，老爷。
Oh, did they knock her out to- Oh, they took Xiao Yu again. Oh. Okay. I cannot be credited for having this realization, but it was last episode, right? Yeah, last episode when Xiao Yu is like kind of kidnapped and then brought back, they're like checking her, and the whole time I thought they were checking her to see if she was injured, but they make a point of like looking down her shirt and like looking for something, and I was just like, it's a little weird, but I didn't think that much of it. And I saw someone point out online that what if Xiao Yu is carrying the financial records? They're calling it the roster now, but that's the same thing, I think. And that's it. Xiao Yu is missing. The roster is missing. I think that the financial record book must have been on her person. That's how they were protecting it. Which, it's kind of messed up to like try to protect an extremely important document by putting it on the person of your, you know, very young daughter that isn't even really your daughter. But like that puts her at extreme risk. I don't know, they should have thought about that. But okay. Yes, that was the guard of Huai'en's who was trying to go against him before, because he said, we're taking too long, and now you care about the Xiaobao guy. We just need to hurry up and get the roster. And that's exactly what he did. He knocked out the mother so he could take the daughter and take the roster and it's all a mess, and it makes, I mean, Huai'en directly did kill some of their people, but they were attacking him, but it makes him look even more guilty because one of his men did this thing, and that's not even, well, I don't think it's what he was trying to do right now. I don't know, he could have told him to, you know, get the roster, but don't hurt the girl, but I feel like that's not his focus right now. Regardless, he doesn't want the Jin family actually hurt, but it's going to look like he does. And Xiaobao is going to be passed out and... Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh, maybe he did want to take her. Oh. Okay, I guess this was on purpose. If he knew that Xiao Yu probably had the roster on her, and he just said, we're gonna do this without actually, you know, killing the Jins, then I guess this would be his best bet to try to say, hey, I did what you wanted, father. But the problem is that's not gonna be enough to appease his father, and it could put the girl in danger. Oh...
我拿到账册之后，朝廷准备如何处置金家人？
杀无赦。
那我爹的意思呢？
一样。
金银财宝手不胜数，我不管你上，但一定要留下金家几口人的性命。
I don't know if you saying that is going to be enough. That's the problem.
已经得到消息，现在这是跟了我20年的亲信，就让他带你们从暗道出城。
But we need to keep the girls safe.
Huai'en 已经拿到手了，本王在怀州设下了重重陷阱，但他们好像早有防备一样。本王的人等了一夜毫无结果，现在这个时候，眼下
Because they took the secret
他带着
path.
账册，估计已经出城了。
So what's his face? Lee something over there is sort of like a double agent.
王叔，我们何不直接杀到剑岐山，直接剿了他们的老巢？我朝精兵良将不计其数。
剑岐山瘴气遍布，地形诡谲，宗正宇战在那儿盘踞近20载。
大司马当了这么多年的细作，却连他们的老巢都没摸清。
太子息怒，宗正宇战性情孤僻，生性多疑。这些年，除了高护法和怀恩，无人可进其身。不过这一次，他却提前暗中部署，保了金家人的性命。我猜，定是与那金家小少爷有关。
And they're gonna use this.
我们不妨好好利用。
Okay, okay. No, he's... Okay, so he's pretending to help out Huai'en, but he's mostly working to help out His Highness, whose name I'm also forgetting. And I also forget who Gao is. Do we know who Gao is that he mentioned?
家少爷。
定是如此。他上次还与那金家的草包在山洞里你侬我侬的，恶心至极。
Bro, chill out. I'm laughing at the use of the term made out. You know, the one thing I will say, there's like this weird experience of watching censored Danmei adaptations, which is that because of the fact that it's censored, most of the time they can't really mention homosexuality. And so because of that, there's this sort of lack of homophobia throughout the story because they can't really talk about it. It's like, on one hand, I love everything about this not being censored, but it's also just funny because sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, they're talking about someone being gay and they're being homophobic about it. Because it's not censored, so we get that too. We get the bad and the good.
灵犀蛊毒，就是那个可以操控人心的蛊毒吗？
你是想把那个用在怀恩身上？
Use it on Huai'en to make him fall in love with someone else?
天亮了，李大人，你该 该去会会老朋友了。
下官告退。
Wait, On one hand, oh, I paused at an awkward moment. On one hand, it could definitely create an extremely bad misunderstanding kind of situation if someone poisons Huai'en with this goo poison that's supposed to, like, make you fall in love with someone. Because then Xiaobao could see him seemingly being, like, attracted to someone else, you know, and obviously not understand. But we have been shown that Huai'en is very strongly resistant to, like, poisons or things that are supposed to control or subdue him. Because the muscle relaxant, whatever, powder only worked on him for a short time before he was like, no, my will to just absolutely bang Xiaobao into the ground is stronger than the power of this poison on me. So that gives me some hope that if they try to use goo poison on him, maybe, like, it won't work. But yikes. Xiaobao is gonna wake up. He doesn't know what's happening.
你要打就打死我吧，小宝能知道什么？
怎么了这是？
Ah, jeez.
怀恩呢？
你还提他做什么，小宝？他带走了小雨，拿走了账本，咱们金家就要完了。宝，娘已将招财和金宝迁出了奴籍，他们跟金家没关系了。你现在就跟着他们走啊，去安南去找素印。来，
你说什么呢，娘？
招财金宝，带着他走。好孩子，
我不走，我不走，娘，
快把他带走！
小宝，
娘，要走一起走。
小宝。
Oh, jeez.
金帮主，别来无恙啊！
Oh, jeez.
让开，别挡道！
Ah, jeez.
不退，过去！
Oh, they have Xiaobao too, right?
走开，都让开，想开点儿。
江南首富竟然被抄家问斩了，抄得好！那群奸商啊！
Oh, their their little hat disguises.
他们家都用上好的花雕，就要被押送到汴京秋后问斩了。
怎么办？少爷他们不会真的被看到吧？
See, I know right now the way that Huai'en can, like, come back into good graces with Xiaobao is basically staging a rescue mission. He doesn't want the Jin family killed, and that's exactly what the plan is. And of course he wants to save Xiaobao too. Yeah, and he's gonna kill that what's-his-name who it turns out was kind of like a double agent, but not on his side.
赶紧吃吧，吃饱了才有力气。 吃完我们去苏家，世子不是说了吗？有难就去找他，他一定会救少爷的。
不吃，
快点，吃。
These poor little beans are not equipped to deal with this.
进去，快点！
Oh.
进去，让你。
爹，这到底是怎么回事？我们家犯了什么杀头大错，要被抄家灭门？那本账册到底是
？He doesn't know because he showed up after the Huai'en family massacre, saved the girl, mourned the loss of his friend, did not know that his family had something to do with it. So this is how he finds out. Whew.
这是什么？
现在知道这些。 又有什么用啊？
就算是死，我也要当个明白鬼。
Yeah, you gotta tell him.
该让小宝知道了。20年前，新帝即位，
便立了薛威之女薛同恩为皇贵妃。
薛家女是连羽的姑姑，传闻中的天下第一美人。
没错，薛贵妃颇得恩宠，薛威借此更是一飞冲天，官运。
So wait, Xue Tong'en, is that Princess Xue? So then if that's Huai'en's mother, and she's the aunt of Xia... they're related in some way.
官运亨通，时任江南织造署要职。不久后，薛贵妃有孕，薛家更是水涨船高，百官献媚，无不风光啊。再后来，皇后发现薛贵妃早已与二皇子私通，那个孩子根本就不是龙种。为了掩盖丑闻，薛贵妃被皇后杖杀，二皇子携子逃脱。那薛威革职降罪，一夜之间，薛家完了。
可是，这与我们家有什么关系啊？
因为在那之后，二皇子便和薛威勾搭到了一起啊。他利用国舅之名引诱薛威谋反，二人一拍即合，狼狈为奸，大肆敛财，招兵买马。那薛威又选了一些财力不济但势头较猛的几位商户，以暴力引诱之，成立了富润商会。我们家是其中之一啊。很快就积累了大笔难以估量的财富。谁料想，5年前发现我们金家竟然只是二皇子用来敛财的傀儡呀！爹，爹
Man, sit down. Sit down.
当今的皇上是年少有为啊，不仅平定了内乱，抵抗蛮族，也是凯旋在即。凯旋归来之后，必然是对国家的梳理。我们金家聚敛的财力，刚好弥补国库的空虚。到那时，咱们金家就是朝廷头号待宰的羔羊。我们如今
But are we going to talk about, like, the massacre of the other Xues?
所有财产一一做了名录，写在一本账册上。如今账册丢失，朝廷便能光明正大的来抄家问罪了。原本我们想好了退路，再过3日，我们一家便能全身而退了。没料到那个怀恩，他竟然是二皇子的儿子，他拿走了账册，我们前功尽弃了。
那本账册被我缝在小雨的衣襟里。
That's what they did. Ugh.
却被他给发现了。
But that put her in danger.
导演，
你真的亲眼见到怀恩，他拿走账本，带走小雨的吗？这其中会不会有什么误会？
Well,
小宝，
yeah, he did do
这
it.
都什么时候了，你怎么还
But
在他开脱？那个怀恩他到底给你灌了什么迷魂汤啊，小宝？
不是的，爹，我只是想知道真相。张春探查消息这么多年，从来都没有出过错。您不是也查了吗？根本不是什么二皇子的儿子。这其中肯定是有误会的。
Now he told you. He told you his name.
爹，娘，他不会这样对我的。你们不知道，他为了救我，连性命都可以不要。 怎么可能会这样对我？我知道了，是他爹逼他的。他爹没有人性。
Now that part is basically true.
一定是他爹逼他的，一定是他爹逼的。那他也是有苦衷的，你们要相信我，他不会这样对我的。
Oh, hello.
没想到金少爷还是个痴情种啊！坐下聊，坐下聊。没想到金少爷对我那侄儿用情如此之深呢。是，他就是我二哥与薛贵妃私通后生下的儿子。
Yeah, we're putting it all out there.
这怎么可能？是你对不对？三番五次的陷他于死地，如今又污蔑他，你到底是何居心？张春，
他给你的所有消息。
Oh, yeah, because Zhang Chun, that was something I kept noticing, but I just didn't. It was clear that Zhang Chun was someone that Xiao Bao thought was helping his family, but he was also like a double agent because Zhang Chun was giving information to Huai'en and working for him, and so he was giving them fake information about Huai'en. Okay.
青少爷，我是被逼的，炸了头。
Ooh.
我只能听命行事。
That doesn't look good.
小宝，小宝
Doesn't look good.
这些年，怀恩为助我二哥谋反，变换过无数次身份，二哥唯命是从。他从一开始就是骗你，目的就是为了你的富润商会的账册而已。本王曾经也是受他蒙蔽，本王念及血脉亲情，想劝他回头是岸，可他却利用本王心软，偷走了本王那本至关重要的名册。
Oh.
名册不都已经给你们了吗？他为了救我，不是把名册都给你了吗？
你说的是这个？假的。
Ah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So in that situation where they were in the cave and he gave what seemed to be an important roster to the prince, that was fake. And Xiao Bao thought Huai'en was actually giving important information over just to save Xiao Bao. So yet another little crack in the trust.
下上演了一出声东击西，他拿你做幌子，带着这本假名册，大摇大摆地引本王上钩。
He used Xiao Bao at first,
已
but
经被他的手下带回去送到
he
他父
does
亲
love
手
Xiao Bao, but yep.
都被他耍得团团转。
Oh man.
不管是上天还是说，都只能依靠我一生。
Oh. Gotta have the sad romantic montage.
怎么能那么下去呢？
王爷，放过他吧。
我二哥这些年韬光养晦，修了邪门歪道，一手建立起了统教。他的教徒遍布全天下，就连朝廷也有他们的爪牙。我的那本名册，记录的就是朝廷这么多年来苦心搜罗的所有叛徒的名字。我二哥他又得了你们家的财产，便可大肆招兵买马，起事造反，届时天下一定大乱。有你的一份功劳啊，金少爷！
不要再说了。
王爷，我们已然是将死之人，何必要这样咄咄相逼呢？
你们也不是不能将功折罪。
Is he gonna tell them they have to kill Huai'en? Oh,
夫
what
人
are
商
we
会还
doing?
有几座山头的财产，想必只有你知道在哪儿吧，金老爷。人暗中周旋，要保下你们金家三口的性命，想必就是为。
Oh, okay, now he's telling them this, but yes, Huai'en is trying to save their lives, but it's not because he wants this property.
所以他必定会跟你再次相见的。到时候你只需要在他毫无防备的情况下，把这个放在他身上。
No, 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 no.
将功折罪。
No, nope, nope. Nope.
用的时候再打开。你只要将它放到怀恩裸露的皮肤上就可以了。事成之后，我便放了你们一家三口。金少爷，你不为自己考虑，也要想想这年迈的父母吧。
Oh, don't do this.
你们落到今天这个地步，那全拜怀恩所赐啊！他对你毫无半点真心，你还要为了他不顾自己爹娘的死活吗？好好想想吧，金少爷。
Are we really ending here? Ooh, this man. He is an untrustworthy face. Hello? Oh, this guy. He's involved because he just hates Xiao Bao and wants to get revenge against him. So, oh, everyone's doing different things and they're all trying to get their revenge and everything is madness. Okay. I stand by what I said before. If anyone uses the goo poison on Huai'en, it might not work because things tend to not really work on him. So that might come into play. But also, we just have a situation where we have Xiao Bao trying to figure out, you know, if he's actually going to use it or not. And can he forgive Huai'en or, like, understand what happened? On one hand, it is so bad. On the other hand, it's better than I initially thought how things might happen. Like I said, I was worried that in a rage, Huai'en might initially try to hurt Xiao Bao's parents. But I see that, like, that is the one thing that he's like, no, I won't do that. Don't let them die. He's trying to do the thing for his father, but keep them alive. But the problem is, you know, now they've found out everything he's doing, and it's also from, what's his name, Prince Shen, who's embellishing things to make it seem worse because it serves him. I think for Prince Shen, he's trying to get back at Huai'en and his father. So it serves him to, like, make Huai'en look bad. And then if, what's his name? The guy who was hurting a sex worker and Xiao Bao basically caused him to fall down the stairs, who we just saw right there at the end. He has reasons to want to get back at Xiao Bao, and I forget, he might have been colluding with Prince Shen, but I already can't remember if that happened or not. He's colluding with somebody to try to take Xiao Bao down. Oh, and my camera is dead. My camera is just my phone. I didn't have a charging cord long enough to charge it while I was taking this, but you can just listen to my voice. I'm mic'd up. It's fine. Basically, I think it was Prince Shen, but I know that the what's-his-face who's in the wheelchair, he wants to get back at Xiao Bao. So he's trying to make things worse for the Jins as well. I think he was colluding with Prince Shen, or he gave him some information. I already can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I really thought there was a possibility this episode for Huai'en to directly try to attack Xiaobao's parents at first, but thankfully he didn't quite let his rage get the best of him that bad. It still really got the best of him, but not that bad. So wow, okay, we got their first kiss shown to us on screen in the show. It wasn't really in a context I love, but the way that things went after that was kind of like okay for a little while, and then it wasn't. So I had this theory a couple episodes ago that Huai'en was related to the Shui family somehow based on who his mother was. And I was right about that, so I feel awesome about that, which means he's related to Xiao Yu. So they're cousins. God, and there's going to be a problem where people who are trying to get back at the Jins and make Huai'en look even worse might try to kill Xiao Yu as well. And then they're trying to kill the Jins, and then Prince Shen is like, you can be safe and free if you put this poison on Huai'en, and it makes Xiaobao seemingly have to choose between his parents and Huai'en. And of course, from his parents' perspective, how can they ever trust Huai'en again? And how can Xiaobao trust him again? But Xiaobao is more likely to be initially swayed by him, and then it's going to make it look like he's going against his parents doing something for Huai'en, and how is Huai'en going to win back anybody's trust, which means Huai'en is going to have to do like this great epic deed to save everybody, or how are they ever going to like believe him again? So yeah, that one was a doozy, but I'm very excited to have watched it now, and with that, this is eSoup, signing out.